What is up, YouTube land?
So we're going to be doing Nightmare, Night Terror, which is the hard mode. So this is the first of the banned footage DLCs. The first one starring Clancy, which if you remember was the cameraman on the first videotape. And also the Happy Birthday tape, which we didn't watch, but if you ever seen that, he was filming that as well. Clancy had a hard life.
Yes.
So the first three banned footages are about Clancy, and God, I feel so bad for him. So Nightmare is basically survival mode, and honestly, I don't think this DLC is too great. There's not a lot of story significance. Jack throws you into the basement, and you start at midnight, and you have to survive until 5 a.m. So it's literally Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So wait. All of these were separate DLCs? Like this, then 21, all those were separate?
Yeah, it came out in 2 packs. I think the first 2 came out in pack 1, and then the second 2 came out in pack 2, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so this one, it's all about resource management. So you start with an amount of scrap, and you have this workbench where you can craft whatever you want. So luckily, all the items are individually very cheap to get them, but then the ammo, as you purchase more stacks of it, get progressively more and more expensive. So you really don't want to stick with one weapon the entire time. So we're going to be starting with just a regular handgun. I'm also going to be grabbing the M21, the P19, the grenade launcher, and the Magnum. And we want 1 stack of flame rounds for the end of this first hour, and then pretty much everything else we're going to be just buying a regular handgun.
Why is the corrosive so expensive?
So the corrosive lets you get into new rooms, which you'll see there's trash compactors that produce more scrap over time, and each corrosive leads to a new trash compactor.
Okay.
So the first one I will be buying, but the second one's cost like $2,500, and $2,500 is a ton of scrap. So we just want to get the first handgun upgrade, and then the rest of this, we're just going to get handgun bullets. Alright, start the trash compactors. There's 2 by default. There's 4 in total. And the way that I have this planned out, we're never going to see the 4th area or the 4th compactor because it costs too much. So we're going to be playing this kind of safe. Honestly, I find this mode, it's frightening and tense, but it's also kind of boring and kind of half-baked. I really wish there was more, like, areas. Like, if there was an area for, like, the old house where Marguerite is, or the Lucas testing area. If they just... It didn't have to make story significance or make any sense story-wise, but they could have just added those areas. But it's just the basement, and every single hour is the same thing. You basically have an amount of time where just regular enemies will spawn for a while. So with the first handgun upgrade, they will always die in 4 shots. If you do get a headshot, like on the 3rd shot, they will die preemptively. But I'm never going to like actively aim for that. It's just not worth it. So it's explaining how this actually works. So I would say for about 4 or 5 minutes, regular enemies will spawn. And depending on the hour, different enemies will spawn. The first hour is just regular molded. And then the second hour, they add bladed molded. And the 3rd hour, they add fat molded, I think. 4th hour, they add crawler molded. And then the final hour is just all out spawning everything. That's hard. But yeah, for the most part, this beginning section, we are just going to be walking back and forth between the 2 trash compactors, getting scrap, but we definitely have enough handgun bullets to get through this hour, so we're not going to be buying anything extraneous. I bought the grenade launcher and 1 stack of flame rounds because after the 4 or 5 minutes start, the area will glow red, and it will say that you'll have to kill all the enemies to progress to the next hour. And the first hour, 4 crawler molded will spawn.
Okay.
And we're going to use all 4 of these flame rounds just for that.
Is there any way to check how much time is left?
No, not as far as I can
Okay.
And you actually can just run around. If you're like really good at dodging molded, you can just run around them the entire time. But it is not recommended because every single kill that you get also gives you bonus scrap at the end of each hour.
Alright, last question. The 2 trash compactors.
No, keep asking questions. This mode is long and I don't know.
Okay, so you keep walking between them, and it seems like you get a higher amount each time, or is it based on time?
It's based on time. So on regular mode, they produced 100 per stack, and on this mode, they produce 50 per stack. It seems like it happens, I don't know, once every 20 seconds, maybe, if I have to guess. You can buy an upgrade from the shop that makes you produce scrap twice as fast, but it costs like 2,500 scrap. It's just not worth it unless you get it super early. But at that point, you just want to unlock the new areas instead. There's a lot of molded for some reason.
You sure you have enough handgun?
If I don't, I can buy more stacks.
Oh, okay.
This hour should be over, like, I would say in less than a minute. Alright. Yeah, I did have enough.
What?
Spencer!
Sorry. Oh, that's cool. I was wondering what would stop you from just keeping running around forever.
Oh, hi. Please don't scream me. Okay. There should just be 4 crawler molded. I don't know why that guy was there. I guess he just was not killed.
But if the compactors stop after a while, then that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Alright, so the first one's pretty free. The second and third ones generally seem to show up almost at the same time, so we gotta be careful. But we really just want to stand here and do this right here. It happens every time. I guess they spawn at the same time in different areas, but the fourth one will eventually show up. Yeah, that's first hour done. Thought the game was glitching for a second.
No, you won't.
Alright, this hour, I want to get the Magnum upgrade. Yeah, Magnum upgrade, because Jack shows up 2 times, and he shows up in this hour and then the final hour. And having the Magnum upgraded is really, it's like your strongest DPS. So we want to get that. We want to get some Neuro rounds. We want to get a stack of Magnum. And I'll grab 2 stacks of Enhance. We just want to use the handgun again for this hour. As you saw, we're already getting to the point where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to buy handgun stuff, but we're going to be dishing it next hour.
Yeah, because of the
it's so expensive.
Extra cost, yeah. Are there any bonus items you can use in this mode? After you, like, beat it and stuff?
Yeah, so, I don't know if it shows you. Okay. So, the more that you play this mode, the more points you get that unlocks more stuff in the workbench. I really should have explained this right at the beginning. But this is, unfortunately, one of those modes that gets a lot easier the more you play it. So, you get, like, starting scrap, enhancements, you can buy more stuff. M21 shotgun is a really late upgrade, and I have 5 million points? 500,000 points? But to unlock infinite ammo, you have to play this mode a lot. So generally how I play this, you get about like 400,000 at the end, like between 400,000 to 500,000. So I've done this about 10 times for some reason.
Holy crap.
But you need to play this mode a lot.
Yeah, that's too much. They kind of did the same thing in Mercenaries in Village, where it's like once you get like an A rank or whatever, you get that like plus 1,000 money to start or plus 500 to start, and it doesn't seem like much, but it ends up being like pretty key.
Yes. It just makes it so much easier. To start in scrap, I think you start with like 1,000 initially, So when I played this mode, I actually cleared the base difficulty on my first try. And I was like, oh. And then I figured out that there's this hard mode that's slightly harder, but I think I finished it on my like third try. I had barely anything unlocked, so it's really just more for safety. Although the final Jack fight is complete BS. Alright, so Bladed Molded have a ton of HP in this, so you want to use enhanced ammo if you can. Hi. Alright, so I'm gonna buy the speed upgrade. Clancy's default movement is so bad. It's just, you don't need the speed upgrade, but it makes it a lot more fun. And it's only 500 scrap. Yeah, I think if you buy it again, you go as fast as like Mia in Jack's 55th birthday with the speed up 2. It is quite fast and completely unnecessary. You know what? I probably should have bought the corrosive this hour instead of all the other stuff I bought. Oh well. I guess it's still worth buying the corrosive. Yeah, I'm still gonna buy it because it is a great choke point for the last 2 hours. Because when a bunch of crawler molded are here, it's no fun.
Where's our boy?
Probably right over here. Oh, hi.
God dang, man!
Alright, he's dead. So the first Jack encounter is pretty easy. And luckily, he gives us a 2,500 scrap bonus just for killing him, which is great.
Jack beatdown bonus.
Alright, I guess I'll... Yeah, I really do need to buy this corrosive. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so what is... So this costs 500 and 1,700, so I'd only have an extra 150 scrap. But I should probably do it. I do have a bunch of extra handgun ammo.
Just get the circular saw.
The circular, I'm purposely not getting the circular saw or the Albert 01R because it makes it too easy.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll just buy this. Get some shotgun shells. Unlock that door. We're gonna go with this one. This one only unlocks this little tiny room, but this room is tactically so advantageous to us. It's a choke point, and there's a bunch of like traps that you can set, like nerve gas slows them down, and then that's just like a flammable drum. The other corrosive is to unlock the like where you fight Jack the chainsaw fight. It's like a huge area, but it's actually not very helpful.
Where the fuck are all these things coming from?
Whoa, calm down, Clancy.
I think Clancy deserves to be a little bit annoyed with what's going on.
I'm Clancy. I have to fight endless waves of molded. Nah, just kidding. Clancy out our life.
Yeah. And this mode, even though he has to survive 5 hours of molded, this is the best he gets treated in these DLCs by a mile.
We're doing all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeet! That's not right.
What? What did I do?
You shot him right in the...
Oh, the balls.
Yeah. I don't care if he's molded.
Oh, I should have bought a stack of Magnum. Yeah, we should have enough scrap. That's already at 200.
Ooh. Is that the enhanced?
Yeah.
Ah.
Alright, I think the next stack of Magnum rounds is 600 scrap, and we should probably have enough.
Ooh.
Alright, so that's 200. But yeah, the Magnum is our savior. Actually, the submachine gun is also great in this mode once you get the 2 upgrades. We'll be using that in the last 2 hours. Oh, 450, awesome. Alright, I do want to buy another stack of Neuro rounds, but I'm only 60 off, so that's pretty good.
Yeet.
That was not yeet.
For a second, it was yeet.
That's why you never go for headshots. I don't know why I even attempted. Alright, so pretty much trashing the handgun.
Lamest shotgun reload ever.
Yeah. Probably one of my favorite.
Open it up, slowly put a shell in. Come on, man. Why can't they just all be the super shotgun from Doom 2?
I like how deliberate it is and how few shells you can equip. I don't know, I just like it.
No, it's fine. I will forever and always compare every shotgun in the history of the world to the super shotgun in Doom 2. Deal with it.
Oop. Nice.
What shows up this time?
It's 3 fat molded, I think.
Oh, so that's already one. Nice.
Yeah. So, especially we have one of the upgrades for the Magnum, and both of the upgrades for the M21. So in general, if you just shoot them twice with the shotgun, once with the Magnum, and then 1 Neuro round, they're dead. That was clean.
Okay, I want to go home.
Alright, so we're going to be getting both the submachine gun upgrades, and basically be using mostly the submachine gun for the rest of the time. And then we'll be using the scrap bonus to hopefully get the Magnum upgrade for the end of this hour, but definitely for next hour. Alright, so both the machine gun upgrades. Get a bunch of machine gun ammo. Yeah, let's just get a stack of Magnum just in case. We're doing pretty good on everything, actually. In fact, I could have been way more conservative. I have 300 submachine gun rounds. So I guess for this hour, the safest way to do this is to just camp in this area, because the choke point, at this point, crawler molded will spawn all the time, but this hour isn't too bad, so just to make you not bored out of your mind, I'll be running around this hour. But the 5th hour, I'll be camping that room.
What is up with this fucking house?
Calm down, Clancy. It's Southern hospitality.
It's good that the submachine gun gets in the mode where it's actually useful and not a piece of garbage like in the base game. They actually give it appropriate damage. Maybe a bit too much damage with both the upgrades, but you do have to... Hi. I love crawler molded.
I'll tell you the truth. My main problem with Clancy is he doesn't think about family.
Yeah, he's way too concerned about himself, not dying. What a wimp.
He needs to think about family. That's my favorite thing to do in games is, like, you have a gun that that has a lot of bullets in the clip, and you shoot, like, 2 of them, and you're like, oh, gotta reload.
It's so fun. And especially because this game has reload canceling.
Yeah.
Once you know how to do it, it's so addicting just to do it over and over.
One of my favorite memes in, like, action movies is, like, a situation where... I think it's actually done in one of the Dirty Harry movies, where, you, like, them knowing how many, like, bullets they have in the clip or whatever, or, like, how many are in the 6-shooter or whatever. In fact, yeah, I think that's a thing in Dirty Harry, where he says, "Are you feeling lucky, punk?" It's because he knew that, the guy shot, that Clint shot 6 bullets, but the gun he was using was like a 7-rounder for some reason. I don't know much about guns, but I think that stuff's cool.
I don't know if I ever really watched like just a straight Western, but if they did something like that, that'd be pretty interesting.
Dirty Harry's a like
regular movie.
Regular movie, yeah.
But I'm just saying that a Western doing something with revolver rounds.
Every single list I've ever seen of best movies ever has the good, the bad, and the ugly, like, top 10. Maybe top 20. Like, every single list ever. So I really ought to see that one.
I probably should, too.
There's a bunch of them, like, I forget, there's, like, a trilogy of them, like, Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, and Ugly, and something else. I just watched Psycho for the first time the other day. It was really good. It was pretty, all things considered, for being made 60 years ago, it's still pretty, like, suspenseful. It's not, like, scary, but it's very suspenseful. They have some very good scenes where they're just talking and you're like, stop it. And then they made a remake of Psycho in 1998 where it was, like, literally a shot-by-shot remake. I don't know why.
That is weird.
Like, it's not even like a redesigning. It's just like a literal, like, shot-by-shot remake.
Oh,
So I don't quite get that.
Alright, so this right here, this hour, about 5 or 6 regular molded will spawn, and we really just want to camp out this room. So, especially with the upgraded submachine gun, we can just absolutely murder these guys.
Pretty fast.
Yeah. If you get clean shots, it only really takes like about 7 or 8.
Oh, no, I meant they're pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. Over time, throughout the hours, they get faster, and I'm pretty sure they have more health. Alright, so coming up here, after these regular molded, a bunch of bladed molded will spawn, and we're going to use the Magnum, because the Magnum penetrates through molded. So they're going to be hopefully lined up in one file, and we're going to be killing most
Oh my god!
Alright, so didn't get all of them, but that's fine. Alright, we still did it. Usually at this point I have the upgraded Magnum. It's probably because I got the trash compactor 1 hour later, which is the main difference, but we're fine.
I suppose.
So I want to get the final Magnum upgrade.
1 hour until dawn? Shaking my head.
Shaking my head. Alright, so we want to get...
0 out of 10.
Yeah, so get this. Get another stack of Magnum ammo. 17 is too much, but 10 is too little. We want to get the adrenaline. This actually gives you a free revive, which is, I don't know. It's one of the bonus items you unlock, and it seems too good, but Jack has an insta-kill attack, because he has both the chainsaws, and he will just one-shot you if you get unlucky. And other than that, just... yeah. No, buy another one of these just in case. Alright, so at this point, basically everything will spawn other than, I think, fat molded. They don't spawn at all, which is pretty nice. They could have made this pretty unbearable. Alright, so that's enough for...
I'm gonna burn this fucking house down.
Do you still take the time to go get the scrap?
Not really. Once I have 450 scrap... Oh my god. That's why you do not want to just run around here. Once we have 450 scrap, I'll buy another stack of submachine gun, but that will be enough to handle everything here. Everything's loaded. I don't really need the... But you see how advantageous this area is? Like, everything gets funneled into this room. You have so much time to shoot even crawler molded. It is the safest spot in this entire area.
Absolutely.
So, I really don't care if this is boring. I just don't want to die. If you get a headshot on the bladed molded, they will die in one shot, which is pretty nice. The regular shotgun, which is unlocked by default, basically can't decap anything because it sucks balls. And of course the M21 is a bonus item that you unlock at like 5 million bonus points. They save it so much later. That's pretty much the reason why I played this mode so much, just so I can have the M21. And it makes sense why, because it's too good. Alright, I'm gonna make a break for this room. Might as well get shotgun shells. Alright, we should be good then.
Does Jack like require like a ton of ammo?
We definitely have enough. 17 Magnum rounds at full upgrade. He will definitely die to that. But we have to keep our distance. Because when he's doing the one-hit kill move, it seems like he can't take stun. So even if you shoot him with the Magnum, it does not matter. Hi. These will despawn. Okay. That was pretty, rough.
Wait! I killed you!
Whoops. I think there's a crawler motor right next to me. Okay. We definitely want to finish this as fast as possible. Because molded will continuously spawn forever.
Ah.
Get away from me! I don't know how he
was so far away from you.
Alright, we did it. That was close. I choked at the end, but we didn't die. We did not die.
Aren't you something, boy?
Sorry. You made it.
Oh, I forgot they had the scrap. If you get a bunch of scrap at the trash compactors, you get a higher bonus at the end. So this will probably not even be 400k, I'm gonna guess.
We did it, lads. We survived the night.
Oh. 3,000 off.
Oof!
But yeah, that's Nightmare mode. That is step 1 of Clancy's Nightmare.
We'll see the rest of the Nightmare next time, lads. And, lads and ladettes. And we hope you enjoyed. And have a great rest of your day.